Welcome back to Travels with Imam. Today, we explore a surprising travel shift. Europe in 2025 is turning its back on American tourists. For decades, Europe was the #1 dream destination for millions of Americans. Paris, Rome, London, these cities were on every traveler's bucket list. But today, new rules, higher fees, and even local resistance are making the European dream harder to achieve. So, why is this happening? And where does it leave American travelers? Let's dive deep into this story. In 2025, the European Union rolled out the EDS visa waiver system. For the first time, Americans can no longer just hop on a plane and stroll through customs. Instead, travelers must fill out an online application, pay a processing fee, and wait for approval before entry. Officials say this is about security and controlling mass tourism, but for many, it feels like unnecessary red tape. Travel experts warn that this isn't just about filling out a form. The approval process can take days, even weeks if there are issues. Families booking last-minute vacations may suddenly find themselves stuck. Add in higher airport security screenings and new tourism taxes in cities like Venice, Athens, and Barcelona, and the cost of a European holiday is rising fast. But why now? Why is Europe making it harder for American tourists? The first reason is over-tourism. Cities like Venice have been overwhelmed, with canals packed and narrow streets flooded by cruise ship crowds. Locals argue that their cities are turning into theme parks. In Amsterdam, residents pushed back against what they call party tourism, urging officials to ban rowdy short-term visitors. Second, there are political tensions. While Europe and the US remain allies, disagreements on trade, data privacy, and climate policies have made leaders less willing to give Americans special treatment. And finally, there's a shift toward sustainability. European governments want fewer tourists, but ones that stay longer, spend more, and travel responsibly. The days of cheap flights, quick selfies, and rushing from country to country may be fading away. For Americans, the impact is real. A spontaneous weekend in Paris now requires planning, paperwork, and fees. Tourists are noticing price increases everywhere, from accommodation taxes to mandatory cultural preservation fees. Some cities have even banned new Airbnb listings, making it harder to find affordable stays. Beyond money, there's also the cultural shift. American tourists, once welcomed with open arms, now sometimes face resentment. Locals complain about noise, overcrowding, and the strain on resources. While not everyone shares this sentiment, it's clear that in some places, Americans no longer feel as warmly received as before. And here's the surprising part. Some surveys suggest that younger Americans, especially Gen Z, are already skipping Europe in favor of cheaper and friendlier destinations. What used to be a rite of passage, the European summer trip, may no longer be the default. So, if Europe feels complicated, where else can Americans go? The answer is plenty of places. Latin America is booming. Mexico, Costa Rica, and Colombia are drawing more U.S. travelers thanks to easy entry, affordable prices, and vibrant culture. A flight from Miami to Mexico City takes less time than New York to Paris and costs a fraction. Asia is another rising star. Thailand, Vietnam, and Japan are offering experiences just as rich as Europe, with stunning temples, diverse cuisine, and world-class beaches. Plus, many countries are making entry easier for Americans, not harder. Even Africa is stepping up. Morocco and South Africa are heavily promoting tourism, positioning themselves as new global travel hubs. For those willing to look beyond the familiar, the world outside Europe is wide open. So what happens next? Experts predict that European tourism will keep shifting towards quality over quantity. That means fewer short-term visitors, more eco-friendly tours, and stricter limits in fragile destinations. Some cities are experimenting with entry quotas, requiring tourists to book slots in advance, just like museum tickets. For Americans, this means adjusting expectations. Traveling to Europe may become more like a luxury experience, something planned months in advance, with higher costs but also deeper cultural immersion. At the same time, destinations outside Europe may see a golden age of American tourism as travelers spread out across the globe. So, Europe may be turning its back on American tourists in 2025, but maybe that's not such a bad thing. It's a chance for us to travel differently, to slow down, respect cultures, and explore new corners of the world. So, what do you think? Will these new rules stop you from visiting Europe, or will you adapt and travel smarter? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe to Travels with Imam, and ring the bell for more travel insights. Until next time, safe travels! Hey everyone, I'm excited to share with you Dehancer, a powerful film emulation and color grading plugin that makes your digital videos look like they were shot on real film. With Dehancer, you get over 60 film stock emulations, natural-looking film grain, and beautiful effects like bloom and halation that give your footage a true cinematic glow. It also comes with advanced color grading controls and even lets you export LUTs to use in future projects. Dehancer is available for desktop, iOS, and online, so you can edit wherever you are. And here's the best part. If you purchase a subscription, you'll get an exclusive 10% discount by using my promo code IMAMCOLOR at checkout. Check the link in the description and start creating cinematic videos with Dehancer today.